And we're live. All right, so this is our test session for the Dream Delvers Dailés Makerśbase, the Rumor Mill, test session 1, September 18th, 2021. And we have for four playtesters. I'll have each of them introduce yourselves. Miguel, you're up.
I'll be playing Greylock Troz, a Furbolg Druid. Before he joined the Dream Delvers, he just took care of his little clan, and that's about it.
Okay, Andy, you're up.
I am playing Ozan Agrebus with a K, which is a halfling bard. And let's see, what is my background? I am minstrel, I believe. Meaning I was an entertainer.
Okay.
And a second story man.
Nick, you're up.
All right, I'll be playing Americo Zex, an Aarakocra monk. He decided to join the Dream Delvers when he decided to take after his namesake and embrace Manifest Destiny.
Okay, Flitter, you're up.
I'm Flitter. I'll be playing a halfling rogue, Eleni Wardleboard. He's a bit of a scoundrel, a scamp, smart little fella, and he decided to join up with the crew after a bit of a bad encounter with a local noble.
Okay, and this is where our adventure begins. You guys are with the Dream Delvers. Do you decide to go for some lunch together? All of you are friends, and you create the portal from the Dream Delvers Guild to one of your taverns. I'll need somebody to volunteer. Who is going to volunteer their favorite tavern as the destination for lunch today? One of you. Somebody raise your hand.
Yeah, sure. So,
all right.
Flitter.
Your tavern is it's your turn. You're not going to be paying for the tab, but you will be going to your favorite tavern and inviting your friends. And as you and if I hadn't mentioned this before, because some of you might be new to the Dream Delvers, but all of you do have a the ability to cast a ritual spell that will allow you to interconnect doors to any place within the Dream Delvers Guild that has a door to any destination that you've been to before that has a door also. Okay, this includes non-magical players, including thieves and warriors. Everybody is taught this at during their initiation. And so, with that, you end up in Flitter's Tavern, and you guys are noticing that there's Flitter in particular. Flitter's character in particular is noticing that there's a bit of a dissonance in the air. You walk in, and one man approaches you, someone that you know, because he was a man of great, I would say, of prominence in the past, and now he is dressed in rags. And he approaches you and tells you of what he believes to be a magically enhanced rumor that apparently has created a... the rumor is that he is not the founder of Dailés Makerśbase. And even though you know for sure, because you've been around, you remember this from maybe your earlier or later adolescence.
Yeah.
About a decade ago, he did found this artisans guild, and he was a very prominent member of the community. And now apparently he is telling you that that this is no longer the memory of anyone he knows, and that he has been called all sorts of names, including a con artist and a liar and other things. But he has been reduced in status in the community and is no longer able to feed his family.
Well,
what do you do?
I guess first I'll just be like, Oh, sorry to hear that happened.
Yes,
Real shame, but
I'm sorry too. It's quite a disappointment. I've been struggling for the last year or so, and it seems that everyone but you, I haven't seen you in at least a year. Everyone
I've been
seems
away.
to have their mind affected in one way or another, as if there's been propaganda or brainwashing or some sort of magical curse. Nobody remembers the truth.
You have any idea where it may have begun?
I'm not certain exactly. I expect that it's at the highest levels of the guild. I expect that my protege is responsible, but I'm unable to prove it. And he continues that his protege's name is Andreas.
Andreas.
How do you spell this person's name?
I mean, I don't have it in front of me, but it's Andreas.
I would guess like Andreas. Something like that.
Person speaking. The guy that got done wrong.
The person speaking is Melius.
Melius. Okay, so Melius has been defamed and harmed him from earning a living.
Mm-hmm. So you know that there is the artisan guilds that he is referring to. Its name is Dailés Makerśbase, and it is one of the most prominent artisan guilds in the whole region. One of the largest too, and it is it's a home to practically all of the masters of all types of artisan types of crafts.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from making armor and weapons.
Melius, what exactly were you accused of? Like, can you let us know that?
I've only been accused of being a liar and trying to take credit of being the founder of this organization, and my status in the community is diminished considerably since all the people that I've been in acquaintanceship with over the years have turned against me and called me a liar and just that I haven't been the person that I claim to be.
Even within the guild?
Even within the guild. Although
so they've seen your work. They've seen over the years.
They have seen. Many of them have been affected in one way or another. I've lost friends. People who knew me for years are suddenly calling me a liar.
So we have to prove that that is your work and that you are who you said you were.
I think this goes beyond that.
I founded this organization. I started it from nothing. And now they're claiming that I'm nobody and have no right to make claim to any title at all.
This could be some level of high enchantment magic or such. I don't know too much about it, but perhaps the bard, you may have something to say.
I agree that this looks like was he your protege that took over your position?
I trained him and taught him everything I knew, and we had a bit of a falling out about a year or two ago. And after that, everybody I ever knew stopped associating with me and began to call me a liar as I would reminisce about the past.
Hmm.
All of my influence has diminished. And now I, unfortunately, have to beg for money in order to feed my family.
Well, old friend, and I hand him 5 gold pieces.
I don't
Let
need
that
charity.
be.
I
This is not charity. This is an investment for when you retake your position. I don't throw away money.
He takes the 5 gold and he thanks you.
I believe we have a bit of investigating to do.
Hmm.
So you know of the Artisan Guild, and you know that it is fairly. It's not exclusive. It does invite everybody into its ranks, but only, as you know, it has a reputation for being political, and it does have an upper echelon of influencers. What do you do?
Hmm.
I suppose first what I would do, and I get the others in on this, I just say, well, clearly, since there seems to be some sort of greater influence going on inside the guild, I say we talk with the people who are regulars with the guild, but not on the inside, so to speak.
Okay. So using your basic knowledge of people in the guild, you know that there's a number of people at the tavern that frequent the guild and are members of the guild.
All right. Let's see if we can talk to some of the lower ranking members, see what the the outsiders' point of view,
Okay.
or at least the lower point from the inside is.
All right, you find somebody that's there that you happen to know is a member, and you approach him.
All right. What's this person like?
He is well, he's a woodcrafter. He's a woodcrafter, and he is very. He's not very talkative, but he is a prominent. I should say he's a prominent lower level apprentice.
All right.
He is
Well,
talented.
as actually as a fellow
Mhm.
woodcrafter, LNE Wardleboard has spent a bit of time doing that outside of his normal pursuits.
Mhm.
He may have met this person previously and just want
Okay.
to. Hey, buddy.
Oh.
Got to talk to you for a second.
Well, hi there.
So,
Could you join me for an ale? I haven't
sure,
seen you in a
on me.
while. Oh, wonderful! Even better. What can I do for you?
Now, I'd heard about some recent, well, maybe not so recent, but recent nonetheless, events regarding a certain higher up in the guild becoming not so liked anymore.
Oh, that probably best that we. I really don't want to get in the guild's politics. It's
Don't have to get into politics. Just a quick recap, a
okay.
blurb,
Hmm.
something simple. Again, back in town after a while. I like to know what's going on.
Well, I mean, I really don't. My head hurts every time I think about what's going on, honestly, because it seems like
You
they're
got
always fighting.
migraines.
It seems like they're always fighting about something. And I just want to carve wood. Okay, I just want access to the tools. I want to carve my wood. I want to make
I
some
feel
money,
that.
and I really don't want to get excommunicated or get a target on my back or have become at risk of being expelled in any way. And if I just keep my head down, I'll be fine.
Well, you
And
know
I
what?
suggest you do the
You keep
same.
your head down. Enjoy your drink. Maybe I'll see you later.
Okay.
And so I head to the others and relay the information. And at this point, I can very heavily assume that this is wide scale, either memory magic, mind control magic, some sort of big enchantment magic. So we need to be looking into mages that are involved with the guild, or perhaps if any of the higher ups in the political tower of the Artists Guild are mages, then that would be a first place to look.
Okay.
Eleni,
Yes.
right? I have access to my own mind magic. I can make people very friendly to me, and I wouldn't mind interacting with maybe somebody here, and maybe they will have looser lips.
Yeah, see if we can tangle one magic with another, see if we can get them to, I don't know, counteract or something. I don't know how magic works.
Can I make an assessment? Do I see anybody that catches my eye in this place that
You don't know anybody here, but you do see somebody.
Would I be able to point someone out?
Well, there was a person we just talked to. That was one.
You see somebody else that's a glassblower that you've had some contact with in the past.
Okay. Do we know what kind of artist or artisan or craftsman that the Malleus, is it Malleus?
It's Malleus.
Malleus. That Malleus was? Like, what was he a worker of?
He was, I guess he was more of a, I guess he was sort of like a toy maker.
Okay. So we really want to find toy makers.
Yeah, someone's like a gadgeteer, perhaps.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bit of a gadgeter.
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna go up to the person that's the glass blower and strike up a conversation. I am a male, and not that it matters, but I'm a male halfling.
Okay.
And this is another guy, right? Another male?
Yes.
Okay. Buy a drink, you thirsty?
I'm always thirsty. If you're buying, he says.
Yeah. I order 2 ales.
Okay. Well, he's got an ale in his hand now, and he's appreciating the second ale.
Yeah. And so what do you do?
Well, I'm a glassblower. Haven't you seen my work? He pulls out a glass. There you go. That's a wine glass right there.
Ooh, this, and I'm going to pick it up and examine it. This looks like very fine craftsmanship.
Oh, really? Well, I appreciate that. That's 2 silver if you break it.
Well, I don't worry. I would buy it, of course, if I broke it. So you look like you've learned from the best, from the masters. Who was your teacher?
I sort of taught myself, actually.
Oh,
That's one of the wonderful things about this Artisans Guild is that you don't need a master. You
don't need a master. Is it always been that way?
I mean, in this organization, yes. In this Artisans Guild, it's always been that masters and students can work side by side, and they're as equals.
Huh. Is there any masters that you particularly respect?
Oh, there's a number I respect.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some brilliant work by Malleus before. I've seen some of his work was very extraordinary.
He kind of looks at you and looks down and is kind of quiet after when you mention Malleus's name.
Malleus. Okay, now here's a question, because I'm not the like when it comes to 5e, I have a charm person spell and it has a wisdom save. When I do that, is it subtle? Is it built into the magic of the spell to where I can cast it without
Usually after you cast a spell on a person that's charm related, they know that you cast a spell on them and they could potentially be hostile.
Okay, that's what I want to know. So, but what if you stand back after I interact with somebody and cast it and then approach them?
Or what if I were to distract the guy while he was casting his
Yeah.
spell?
Yeah.
It's possible that he might not quite know who casted it, but he might know that he's been affected.
Well, that's what I'm asking is, can I make a stealth check once I'm done with my interaction, cast it, and then
he would be able.
Yeah. Although actually, I'm trying to remember. Was it just friends where they knew like while you were being charmed? Because I don't remember charm person.
No,
I know that with charm person at the end, they
At
know
the end.
that they were charmed. But do they know during it?
it says
No,
it says
it's during it. They're just amicable, and they act as friends. At the end of the duration, they will have some type of knowledge or insight, at least at the low level.
yeah. It says okay. It says
All right, so
they'll know it was charmed by you.
I suppose we make a friend and then hightail it out of here.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm not casting it. I'm just going to set it up to where, okay. Well, I will finish up my ale with the glass blower,
Mhm.
and I will go ahead and offer to buy their wine bottle.
Okay, that's
Tell
3
them
silver.
I've never seen such fine wine. I can't wait to fill it with some really good wine that I've been wanting to drink lately. So, and then I'll pay him. Did you say 2 silver, right?
Sure.
Okay, I will buy that, and I'll thank him, and then take my leave and move back to my companions. And then I'll relay that what the gist of our conversation, which is masters and students can work together, and there's no real hierarchy. But then they reacted not negatively, but seemed to be turned off when I mentioned Malaya. I keep want to say Malleus, but it's
Malleus.
Malleus. When I mentioned the name, so I could try to use my own magic, but it also might turn hostile. So I thought I would talk before I try something like that.
Yeah.
But we could extract information from a person like that. And I think it would be better if we go to a toy maker. So does anybody want to, like, nobody stands out in this place, is obviously we're gonna have to schmooze more people and see if we can find out who's a toy maker. And maybe I could go back to the glass blower, or you could go back to that other person and just ask them who's a good toy maker. What do you think?
Sure, yeah, I could go back to the wood carver, just go up to him and it's like, hey buddy, by the way.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Enjoying your ale? I'm enjoying mine.
It's awfully good ale. You know what's better?
What's
better than good ale? 2 good ales.
You know it.
Yeah.
But I was actually looking to buy a like a nice little mechanical toy for a nephew of mine. Know anyone who's a real champion and that sort of thing?
Oh, I do. There's only one person I can think of, and that would be Andreas.
Really?
Yes.
Any idea how I could meet him?
You would probably have to get an audience with him, because he's currently sort of the de facto leader of the Artisans Guild right now.
Wow, big shot.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have any official office, but he does have the ear of the council.
All the way up to the council.
Yes.
Wasn't he just like a newbie?
Oh no, he's.
I guess he must be quite good. Little genius.
He's been there for a few years, but he does have the ear of the council right now, and apparently is their primary advisor. but you didn't hear
Well,
that from me.
maybe I'll just take my shot, see if I can catch his other ear.
Yeah, well, if you're interested in buying his wares, I'm sure he would be interested in selling them to you.
Sure thing.
Although he does have a patron right now, he might not be interested in selling to the public.
Well, hopefully I could make him change his mind.
Okay. He
Anyway,
continues drinking his ale.
and just take my little halfling hand, slap him on the back. See you around.
All right. He continues drinking his ale.
So, I want to go back over to that glass blower.
Mhm.
And what was the name of the glass blower? We didn't establish one.
You didn't establish a name, but we can call him Chris or something.
Okay. So, Chris, are you up for another ale?
You know it. I'm always up for another ale.
Okay, I order another round for us. How much are these ales?
Silver each.
Okay, so I have spent, that's 4 silver total plus my 2, 6 silver. I'm shelling out the big bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris, so if I was interested in buying some toys, who would be a good artisan?
Well, the only person I can think of would be Andreas.
Andreas. And what do you think of Andreas? Do you think that's a good, he's a good artisan? Like, what do you think?
Oh goodness, he he founded Dailés Makerśbase. He founded the Artisans Guild.
Oh, he's a founder.
Yes, he founded the Artisans Guild.
So he's a master in his field.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, where's the shop located?
He doesn't have his own shop. He works out of the Artisans Guild.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go by there and see him and I mean, you sure there's no one else? Like, that's the only one that I have to choose from?
It's the only one I know that has any decent quality work.
Ah. Okay.
He's
And what made you want to join the guild? What made you want to join?
A friend invited me to join the guild, and I've always wanted to blow glass, and I didn't have the equipment to blow glass myself, at least not in my home. And the Artisan Guild's got a very reasonable, very reasonable dues. And they have all the equipment I need, and I can go there anytime I want, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's actually quite amazing. If you've never been, I suggest you go take a look at it. Even if you don't have any artisan skills at all, you can learn.
I think you're speaking my language, Chris. I think I might actually be interested in that.
They definitely have practically every tool that you can think of to make anything you want. And the guild membership dues are low, and you can go there without supervision 7 days a week.
Yeah.
24 hours a day.
You've never had any other there were no other founders to this guild?
No, just Andrews.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I will make my way. I don't want to, as a player, I don't want to make him hostile to me. I'm not going to charm him.
Okay.
But I will go back and relay this to the other members of the Dream. What is it called? The Dream
Delvers.
Dream Delvers.
Mm-hmm.
That Chris, the glassblower, seems to be under the impression that Andreas is the founder and not Malias. So there must be
the same thing from the woodcarver buddy of mine.
So there must be some kind of magic altering their memories, when clearly Malias, we assume he's truthful. and that he, in fact, is the founder. So I bet if we go,
Well, yeah, I know he was.
If we go to the guild, we might be able to find work that's really Malleus's that Andrew has put his stamp on. So we would have to prove to them that in fact he's the fraud.
We'd have to produce some pretty good evidence, it seems.
And if we need, I will be more than happy to make somebody friendly to our cause, but with the risk of making them hostile later. And I don't want to do that to any of the guild members, unless we really think it's worth the risk. So what do you think, Greylock?
We could always just check if they're being charmed, couldn't we?
I suppose, well, even I know that. Well, I don't know it, but I know of it. A quick detect magic may help.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good. Oh, by the way, Mr. Nick, how do you spell your monk's name?
It is Amerigo.
Can you say it one more time? Say, like, how do you pronounce it?
Amerigo.
Okay, I like that name. Amerigo. Okay. Okay,
All right,
and
what are you guys doing?
Amerigo, what is your thoughts before we make
I say we make all efforts to find this Andreas character and talk to him and see what's going on.
Well, we must produce some type of evidence that he is a fraud.
Well, I do believe one of our friends here, and I look over at Amerigo, our bird monk friend, can fly. Maybe take a
It's
quick
true.
look in through an upper window. I assume that the top man would have a top floor office.
I want to, and I could go back and talk to the glassblower, but since I am a bard and since I do actually have the spell Charm Person, so I have some background in how that magic works, can I interact with them and make an Arcana check and see if I think that they have been charmed? Or could I have already made that assessment based on my 2 interactions with them already?
Well, yeah, when I talked to the woodcarver before, he said that every time he tried to think of Malleus and that sort of thing, he'd get a major headache. So I think we can
safely say that
it may not specifically be charm magic. My thoughts are divided whether it's charm magic or memory magic.
Okay. Well, okay, before I go, I want to try this. Okay, I want to cast detect thoughts, so I can read people's minds, and I want to go and have a conversation with not the glass blower, but the wood carver.
Okay.
Right. What's the wood carver's name? Did we know the name of that person?
He's just a wood carver, but we can call him Bob.
Okay, Bob. And
the
I know
builder.
Bob's not met me, but I want to cast the spell, and it says Wisdom 13.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that work exactly? I'm
The
myself.
wood carver would have to roll their
They get
wisdom.
saving throw, basically, right? Of wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to be doing that. I can cast it now and then go in because it says concentration up to 1 minute. So I want to cast it and then immediately go and talk to him.
All right, you cast it, and he doesn't need a wisdom save, does he?
Yeah, wisdom
He does?
13.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so he failed it.
Now, just so I'm clear on this, does that ever increase with your level? Like, or is it always wisdom 13?
It increases with your wisdom score and your proficiency bonus, which goes up every 4th level.
Okay, well, I am level 5, and
So you add 3 to your wisdom bonus. Or no, sorry, it's 8 plus your wisdom bonus plus.
or is it pre-calculated when it says wisdom 13? That is my bonus because I have a +3 wisdom bonus. Is that probably base 10 plus 3 is 13? Probably.
All right, so he
Yeah.
failed it. He rolled a. We don't have to
Oh,
worry about the
Okay.
mechanics
I
right now,
Yeah.
but he failed it. Next.
Okay. So, Fred, I hear you're an excellent wood carver. I'm in the market for some wood carving.
May I ask who told you I was excellent at wood carving? Very
I
flattered.
heard it on the streets.
Wow, I had no idea I was, I had a name out for myself. I've been trying to just learn the craft.
Yeah, they said you were a student of Malleus, and that you were one of his best students. Now,
I've never trained under
What is his
Malleus.
thoughts when I say that?
He's like, I've never trained under. He's basically thinking like, I've never trained under Malleus. I barely know Malleus. Is what he's thinking.
So you were one of the best students, or correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I heard, though.
You're wrong. I don't associate with Malleus, he says.
Oh, well, who is your master?
I don't have a master.
You don't have a master?
No.
Oh, but you do have good products, wares to sell, right?
Well, thank you. I suppose. I'm just
What's he
trying to
thinking?
teach
What's he
myself
thinking?
and gleaned as much as I can from the masters as I watch them.
Yeah. Tell me what thoughts he's thinking.
He's thinking what he's telling you.
Oh, okay. So no extra information.
No.
Okay, so this is like a very straightforward type person.
Yeah. So yeah, so you buy your round of ale?
Always feel free to
Hey,
buy
I
me
buy him
as
around
many
ale
ales as I
for
want,
2 silver.
as you can. I'll drink them all, he says.
And then now I think he's kind of
It
inebriated.
enhances my creativity when I, craft
Yeah.
wood.
Is he seem kind of inebriated now?
Oh yes.
Okay, good. So he's a little bit more pliable.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Now, this is in
I
the
want
middle
to
of the
try
day,
a
so
persuasion check, and I want to maybe convince him to tell me of any good artisans at the Artisans Guild that are maybe toy makers or people that I can trust that would also be good to seek besides himself.
you're asking him specifically about toy makers.
Yeah.
And so he tells you that the only toy maker that he would recommend would be Andreas.
And I've never heard of this Andreas.
You've
Is
never
he
heard of
a
Andreas?
master? Is he a good artisan?
Well, he's the founder of the guild.
Now, what's he thinking in his mind? That's what he's thinking?
In his mind, that's what he's thinking.
Okay. I've never heard of him before. What are some works that he has done?
He's sitting there trying to think. I'm not really familiar with his work, but I do know that he's the artisan, I do know that he's the founder of the guild.
Huh. And how many years has he been this founder? I mean, when did he start the guild?
At least a decade ago.
Decade. That's a long time. And how long have you been with the guild?
Maybe a year.
Yeah, so you're fairly new.
Yes,
But your skills are unrivaled for your level of years of service.
You think
craft.
like you think when you listen to his mind, okay, he feels like this can't possibly be true. He feels like he doesn't trust what you're saying.
Okay, well, can I do my persuasion roll? Just try
Sure.
to convince him.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try it?
Go ahead.
It's okay. So he believes it.
He believes it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
He's
Oh, I got a 14
he's believing
vote.
that you're flattering him, but he doesn't
Okay.
necessarily believe that he has the skill that you're
Okay.
telling him he has.
And my detect thoughts would let me know that he has that self-doubt.
Yes.
Okay. Well, my friend, where exactly is your shop located in the guild, or where do you keep your expertly crafted?
I mean,
woodwork?
if you're not familiar with the guild, maybe you should check it out because, we have a common room for woodcrafting.
I will
And-
go there.
And
do we have
every
permission? Do I have permission to walk in and explore?
you
you
would have to either be a member of the guild or get an invitation to tour the guild.
Do you think you could give me and my friends a tour?
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Sure. Every member has the ability to, invite guests and tour the facility.
go.
Absolutely,
Well,
I can.
And I point over at Chris. He is also a friend of mine
Mhm.
from your guild, and but would
he's a
you
member of
like
the
to
guild?
escort? I think so.
Oh, you're talking about Chris.
Yeah, the Chris, the glass blower.
Oh, he looks at Chris and he kind of like, I don't know Chris that well. We don't talk, he says.
Okay. Well, do you think you could give us a tour, or me a tour, and my friends a tour tonight or soon?
Yeah, I mean, it's open 24 hours a day. I can give you a tour in the middle of the night or in the morning or whenever you are ready.
How about
He
tonight?
says.
Tonight.
I mean, I've got nothing better to do, especially if you buy me another ale.
And I will, and I'll promise to buy some of your wares.
I mean, it's not required that you buy my wares, but I'm happy to make a sale.
Okay. Okay, I will buy him another round, and then I'll, make a little chit chat, small talk, and then I will head over to my friends.
Okay.
And inform them that we must be invited, and that we need a member of the guild, and that this guy Bob has agreed to take us. And
you're talking to Chris, or are you talking to Bob? Or I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking to my group.
You're talking to the group. Okay.
The group, and tell them about Bob so that they're up to date. And also, I will tell them the thoughts I heard from him, that he told me that Andreas is the founder, and that he doesn't know anything about the like, he didn't react positively to this Malleus and any work that he did. So wait, and there wasn't any other critical information, I don't think, that he thought, but and then he doubts himself when I tried to flatter him about his own abilities. So what time do you think we want to go?
Honestly, I think, considering we've already been approached by Malleus, I feel like it will look, we want to keep things a bit faster if there are people, looking about for this sort of thing. Plus, it would be, more normal, more unsuspecting if we were to go like in the middle of the day.
So you're saying not at night?
Yeah, I mean, we could just go immediately,
Okay.
just actually take a tour, case out the joint, talk to a couple people.
Since you've talked with Bob, why don't we go together and I say, hey, my friend is
yeah, sure.
Yeah, is Eleni. And are you a female halfling?
No, male.
Okay, so we're both males. Okay, got it.
Yeah, just two little dudes.
Two little dudes. So we will, and I would suggest that Greylock and Amerigo also go, so we're all together.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can take the two bigger folks around, have them around as like the muscle, to seem like we're a bit more important.
Yeah, and if you want, you can do the talking with Bob because you know him better.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, like, I'm assuming we're gonna go ask him, and hopefully he'll go.
Yeah, so I approach Bob and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, I think my friend actually asked you. He's rather curious about the local guild and such.
Oh, really?
Saying, want to take a tour? So why don't we? I am in a bit of a hurry. got places to go, things to do. But he's really into this sort of thing. So how about we just take that last ale for the road, and
Okay.
go
You
see things in
guys,
detail.
you guys need a tour, you say? I mean, I'm always
Yeah.
up for giving a tour to the guild anytime, any day. I'm real proud of that place. It's made me who I am today, actually.
Yeah, no, great place.
It's
Tons of artists all able to get there on their own. Honestly, that's what I think the greatest part of it is. There's no real tie between the masters and students, right?
No, everybody is equals there. That's one of the things that I like about the Artisans Guild.
All right, well, as the wise old halflings say, let's skedaddle.
Okay. All right. And you guys go over to the door. You open the door, go through, and you walk down about a mile down the
just
city.
wondering,
You're
what does the place look like? Is it very artisan guild, like very big, tall halls, or
you're in a large city called Dailés. Okay.
yes,
And there is an Artisans Guild that is in the north west part of Dailés, which is about a mile walk from where you are. And it is a very large building. And you walk up, and there's several entrances, but most of them are blocked off. And you look at the main entrance, and it is...
Yeah, I say we just go right in through the front.
Okay. You go in through the front, and as you go in, you see sort of like a receiving area, but there's nobody there. But you do see a large mural, and of course Bob is there. And did you take Chris too, or just Bob?
I think all four of us were going. That's what the plan was.
So all four of you with
he or sorry,
you need somebody
Bard.
there.
What was your name again?
Who?
Or Andy, what was your character's name again?
Ozan.
Right, yeah. So it was like Ozan wanted the tour. I was already local with the place, so I was going with him, and we were taking the others as the muscle, just to seem like we were important.
I got you. All right. So if that's
that'll
the
get
case,
us an audience.
Yeah. So you take Bob and Chris with you both, and of course they're not talking. You notice they kind of like they know of each other. They know they're there, and but they don't seem to be. They make a little bit of small talk, but they kind of like avoid the gaze, avoid their gaze, and you walk in, and the first thing that you see is a giant mural that appears to be a map of the guild, and so you look. You see a large mural painted on the wall that resembles a map of the guild. You see rooms of all shapes and sizes on the wall, each labeled as follows: wood carving room, weave room, tinker room, smith room, pottery room, masonry room, leatherworking room, jewelry making room, glass blowing room, cook room, cobble room, cartography room, carpentry room, calligraphy room, brew room, alchemy room, thief... Oh, that's not there. Navigation room.
Thieves' tools.
And
that would be kind of funny if they actually had like the one little room for the guy just like, yeah, you're looking for...
And herbalism room. Okay. Make an investigation check.
All right.
That is actually probably a bug or a misprint, or...
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Quickly fix that with a couple backspaces.
I'm gonna fix that.
All right, I got a 16.
You got a 16. Okay, so upon further investigation, you notice that parts of the map have been painted over to appear as though they do not exist. They, have a lot of embellishment kind of painted over them. Upon closer examination, you can read the thin layer of paint concealing 5 other rooms. Thieves room,
5.
thieves room, poison room, gaming room, forgery room, and disguise room.
And
Well,
as a rogue, I just sort of like, I forgot like a nice like long sort of mustache. I just twirl that. I'm like, it seems they do have some of the other arts.
You can also roll a perception check.
All right, I can do that this one. That is a non-natural 20.
A non-natural 20. You notice that there are 2 unlabeled rooms that appear central to all other rooms. You seem to, according to the map, you must pass through both of these rooms in order to navigate between the 2 main sections of the building.
Okay, so just like big foyer areas, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I just sort of take a look around and I just nudge the others and I'm like, okay, just look impressed. We want these guys to, like us. And so just to schmooze him a little, Bob a little, I'm just like, hey, why don't we go to the carpentry room first, As a fellow man of the craft, I'd like to see what they've got going on here.
Okay. As soon as you you go ahead and you walk through one of the archways, and as you do, a goblin approaches. Small green-skinned goblin, and he looks at you up and down. Who are you guys, and are you new? Are you here to do a tour? What are you here for? He looks at all of you.
Yeah, and I just approach him very friendly, like I'm like, oh yeah, we're taking a tour, A friend of mine wanted to come in. These are these are just some bigger guys. Tag along,
He looks at Bob and Chris and he goes, "You look inebriated. Have you been drinking?"
Well, and I just sort of nudge the goblin and I'm like, what's really drinking,
You know it's against the rules to drink here, you could get hurt. There's a lot of tools, they're dangerous tools. You drink here, you can get
it's not so bad.
You can get suspended or expelled if you're drunk here. You know the rules.
And I just sort of look at Bob and Chris and I'm like, did you know the rules?
And they kind of look and say, when did they pass a rule like that? Okay. And the goblin's like, they just passed it 10 minutes ago and you're violating the rules now. They just hit that the council just passed the rules.
I'm just going to try and make a persuasion check and just be like, well, seeing as they had their fun before the rule was passed, I'd like to say it doesn't count.
All right. And you tell them that, right?
Yeah. Can I make a persuasion roll or
make a persuasion roll? DC 20.
All right. Oh. Well, good thing I'm good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, that is okay. Well, with a +8, that is exactly 20.
All right. And he kind of looks at you and goes, you better not get caught by anybody else, because if you do, you're probably going to get suspended or worse.
Oh, don't worry. You guys want to like splash some water on your face or something? I'm not looking to get, because Bob is like a bit of a friend of mine, Don't want to get him in the slammer. I've been there before. It's not great.
And with that, the goblin kind of scurries down the hall.
And as he leaves, I'm just like, thanks for the warning. Much appreciated.
Whatever, he says.
Okay, I want to cast a spell. I want to cast non-detection on myself.
Hmm?
It's an 8-hour duration, so it'll be probably for the rest of the.
Okay. You cast non-detection.
Yeah.
Is that alignment only, or is that presence, or I'm trying to remember.
No. For duration, you hide a target that you touch. I could do it on me if I wanted. The target can be a willing creature or place. Blah 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 blah. No longer than 10 feet in any dimension. Okay. The target can't have any divination, magic, or perception through scrying sensors. So if they had a, like a mirror that let them see or detect invisibility.
Oh, okay. You're
Okay, so
basically
you can't be magically detected.
you
Yeah,
can't be magically detected. Got it. All right.
And
done.
yes, I do have invisibility. Yes, I will
right.
probably go invisible at some point.
We're good. Let's move on. I just need to know what it did. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys do?
All right, so I guess I'll just let Bob and Chris like go to the washroom or whatever, sober themselves up a bit so that they don't get fired.
All right.
And I guess then we'll go to the carpentry room.
Okay. You guys are waiting outside the chamber room, and they splash some water on themselves and come out.
I'm just looking at them like, you good?
Never been better. Hey, both of them.
Great.
So
Onwards.
who is the goblin? Is he a member of the guild? Do you recognize him?
Oh, yeah, that's Gong Balls. Yeah,
Gumballs?
He's Gong Balls. That's he's sort of like our mascot, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say sort of like a barking dog.
Hmm.
So he works for Andre.
No,
Andreas?
he's a volunteer,
Oh, he's a volunteer.
Well, that's
just
nice.
Not
just
even
like
an artist?
just like everybody. We don't really have what do you call it, employees here. This is all volunteer run.
Mm.
Sort of like a
like him
church.
Do you like him as a person?
Gong Balls, he's okay. He's a little loud, but he's you get used to him. Why do you ask?
So I want to see this toy maker also, Andreas, in his work. Does he have a shop in this guild?
I mean, just like everybody else, we all have kind of like a common area in which we practice our crafts. So if he's going to be anywhere, he's probably going to be in the tinker room or something. If he's there.
All right. Well, I suppose that you want to go there. I actually was thinking going there later myself, so perhaps if that's of a bit more importance, we'll just pop in there first, see if anyone's working.
Okay. All right. So they kind of guide you over to the tinker room, and you go in and you see, all sorts of things, springs and gears and wood and metal and adhesives and all sorts of different kinds of small, toy making tools and other kinds of gadget related tools. And
do I see any like finished or in progress like toys or trinkets?
You do see some areas in which people store some of their current projects, and they're lined up against the wall.
All right. I'll just sort of like nudge Bob. Just be like, any idea who those might be?
Who those? What do you mean? What are you asking?
Like who's the toys and trinkets are?
And he kind of shakes his head and says, "This isn't my area. I'm not a tinkerer."
That's fair. Well, I suppose, and I turn over. I'm like, I suppose you wanted to have a look around, right? That you were interested in the toys.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Perhaps we can find one to your liking, and then see if we can attach a face to a toy.
Yeah, and when I go and look at these toys, I want to look at if there's a craftsman, like an artisan marking. And if I have trouble finding it, I'll ask Bob or Chris to point out where an artisan puts their stamp or their signature, or how they mark it.
I mean, he's basically says, I don't really know, but I imagine it's up to them where they put it.
What do you, for a decent amount of works, it'd be like on the bottom. Right?
Yeah. Where do you put yours on yours?
I don't, he says.
Oh.
Ooh.
So how would people know?
Stay,
You know, I haven't thought about really. I don't think my work is good enough to market. I feel like I would be. Um,
Well, you got to start somewhere.
I want my work to be good enough first before I start putting my name on it,
You know what?
I suppose.
I can get that craftsman's pride and all.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And once I'm done, you know, learning, I suppose I'll start putting a mark on my work. Right now, I'm just a lowly, you know, student.
Hmm. So continue on. Let's go see your work.
You want to see my work?
Yeah.
Yeah, you say you're an apprentice. I want to see, you know, just what you're doing.
I wouldn't even call myself an apprentice, really, but you talking to Bob or are you talking to Chris?
Bob.
Talking to Bob. So Bob takes you over to his area, which is the woodcrafting area. And you walk in and you see all sorts of woodcrafting tools, and you see some fairly interesting machines that are controlled by that are powered by a large rotating spin wheel, and that has to be brought up to speed before it can cut wood and other things. You see some finer crafting chisels and things like that. And he goes over and he, you know, shows you some of his work. And you can tell it's not really of high quality work. He's still learning.
Hmm.
He shows you a few bowls that he's made on a lathe. And, you know, he's kind of proud of the bowls, but they're, you know, still works in progress.
These are some of the best bowls I've ever seen. You really are.
He doesn't really respond.
I'm still flattering him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just look at the guy. You know, I try to do like the two persons. Like,
Yeah, you're
oh,
literally
come on.
like
he's a bit of a flatterer, but I would say those are solid. What, like 7, 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
You know, for someone who's rather new, honestly, you do show progress.
Hmm.
Well, I appreciate your saying so. I hope to maybe make a living doing this someday.
Yeah, that's the dream, right?
It is the dream. Maybe get out of, you know, my mother's shed.
Oh, that I get even more. But all right. So now that we've taken a look at a couple rooms, I believe we wanted to see if it was possible to catch Andreas's ear.
Okay.
See if we could get in an appointment.
Can I try?
However it works.
So I would like to try something real quick. I have minor illusion, which lets me create an object. And I would like to create an illusion of one of the bowls, but make it like the perfect wooden bowl when Bob and hopefully Chris are not looking. And then once I've cast it as a cantrip, I would like to point out, remember I have to pick out something to buy. I would like to point that out with Bob and buy it.
All right, so you're going to cast a minor illusion that embellishes the appearance of one of his bowls so that it looks like a master craftsman.
Yeah, it looks like a master crafted bowl.
All right. And you do that. You got a bowl there that is a master.
That one of yours?
He looks at it.
I would like that bowl.
All right, you call him over and he looks at it and he kind of like isn't quite sure what to make of.
I told you were an exquisite craftsman.
You told me that I was you know, and he's kind of like scratching his head and you know, looking it over and still not quite sure what to make of it. I didn't even finish this bowl. How is it finished? I didn't even sand it, and now it's polished and. You know,
maybe you've been drinking ale and coming in here working and forgot.
No, maybe somebody is, you know, maybe my bowl got mixed up with somebody else's unfinished work.
No. Can I try
There's-
to persuade
I
him?
was in
to-
I was in a bowl making class, just a few days ago, so it's possible that
I don't know. I think it's you. I think it's your. Maybe there's another part of you that doesn't remember.
no,
I think I'd like to make a persuasion check and see if I can get him to
all right, roll.
buying my story. Oh, 22.
22. All right, so he's a little unsure of what to believe, but he's going along with what you're saying.
Well, I think this is a very fine bowl. What would be your price for this bowl?
Well, considering it's of exquisite quality, 1 gold.
1 gold. How about I say done? 1 gold.
Okay. I mean, this is probably the best bowl I've ever made.
I'm telling
So
you,
1
you
gold
have
sounds pretty
potential
fair.
Of being a master
I
craftsman.
normally would only sell this bowl for maybe a silver piece, but this is the best. I don't even know if I want to sell it for a gold now that I'm.
Oh, 2
thinking about
gold
it.
then. I'll buy it for 2 gold.
Holy crap! You're going to give me 2 gold for this bowl?
Yes.
Well, here you go. I can buy my own supplies and my own lathe for 2 gold.
Yeah, I mean, think about it like this. I guess he just put a bit of an investment in you. You
I
know, you
suppose
make
so.
one good
That's-
bowl, soon enough you'll be making those regularly.
That's amazing. Okay. Here you go. Enjoy the bowl.
Thank you. Okay, I grab the bowl, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert in how these cantrips work. Let me read it. I think I can take it with me. As long as
As long as you continue like projecting the illusion. Normally,
Yeah.
if you touch it, it dissipates.
okay,
But if
so
you
I don't
keep the
want-
illusion up to make it look like you're holding it,
yeah.
then
Oh yeah,
it's-
I'm
it's a-
focusing on this. Yeah.
It's a
Mhm.
cantrip. You can make it look, as long as you're focusing on it, you
Yeah.
can make changes. Otherwise, it lasts for a while without touching
Yeah,
it. But
It lasts
You
a
can-
minute, it says. But then remember, you can always recast. But
yeah, you can just like pretend to put it in a bag or
yeah.
something.
So that's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna do.
there
I'm
you
gonna go through the motions of putting it in my bag and giving him 2 gold.
Mhm.
I'm trying to stroke his ego.
all right,
So-
he's stroking his ego. His ego is stroked. He just sold a crappy bowl for 2 gold.
Yeah, I know. It's my. I know. I'm scamming myself. I get it.
Hmm.
Okay. So lead on. Let's go see this toy maker.
All right.
I'd like
I mean-
to meet the top dog.
We just went to the Tinker Room, and nobody was there. Maybe.
Well, I thought he was supposed to be the head. Does he not have some sort of office, or does he not have like some sort of little area to himself, or is
like I
it really
said,
more
we're-
just
We're all equals
title.
here. Yeah, we're all equals here. So even nobody really outranks the other, in except of course when they're making decisions. So
well? I've got
Is
an
there a
idea.
bathroom? Is there a bathroom anywhere around? Bob?
there's a chamber room.
Okay, I'm gonna go in the chamber room. You guys continue on, and I'll catch up.
Okay, you go into the chamber
Right.
room.
Well, why don't I go ahead and ask? I don't know if this
I mean,
is
there is
public knowledge, but
there is a
before
council.
before I make my way,
Okay.
do you think you could at least tell me, where he may be staying?
I mean, I don't. Staying where? Staying in the guild, or staying like where he lives, or what do you mean?
Either. I just
I mean, I don't
really
know where
like to meet the guy.
I don't know where he lives, but if he's not in the chamber room and he's not in the Tinker Room, then he might be in the council room.
Perhaps.
Mhm. So, and if I do recall, I believe Gong Balls did mention that they were passing some rules.
It's true.
or
If they're
something.
mid-session, perhaps I
maybe
might be
they're
able to
Maybe they are
peek in for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. And they're always talking about rules and politics, and who to suspend and who to make a member. So I mean, they're busy doing that a lot. They should be crafting things, but they spend most of their time
Well, I
politicking.
suppose that comes with being management.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. Well,
And I'd rather not get all mixed up in
yeah, no. You
politics
don't have
if you
to.
don't.
Just point me the way.
Okay, and he kind of like takes you to one of the center part of in so the area that you saw, the two rooms that you saw that were central to the whole building. There's another room that wasn't on the map that apparently has a closed door, and he says that's where they do their politicking. 8 points.
Oh. Thanks for showing me, and I suppose I'll
And if you don't mind, I'll just stay here and not go in and bother them, because I'm not even sure if you're allowed to be here without me being here too. And I already got kind of chewed
already
out
forgot.
for being
Nothing to do with you.
okay.
I won't
All right.
bother you anymore.
Okay, so he
I'm gonna go.
he goes
We're
off
gonna go
and
grab our other friend.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go grab him.
you grab Chris.
No, he's
Last
grabbing me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Angie. All right, got it.
Yeah, man. And we don't know where Gumball went, right?
Gong
Well,
ball.
Gong ball.
He loves to crack people, by the way. I mean, the gong balls does. Once you get to know
I
him.
think he just sort of ran off, right?
Yeah, he did run off.
Mhm.
Okay. You'll find me in the bathroom in the chamber pot area.
All right.
Okay. I will be coming out, washing my hands if there's a washateria.
You see Gong
that
Balls walk into the chamber area, and he spots your chamber pot, and he grabs it and takes it out.
Oh. Well, very, very good of you. And hold on. I want to get a copper piece,
Mhm.
and I'm going to throw him a tip, and I'm going to land it in the chamber pot.
You put the copper piece in the chamber pot, okay?
Yeah, tipping him.
And he looks at you and goes, "Thanks a lot, asshole. I got to clean that off." And he walks off
Okay.
with chamber pot.
Okay, I'm going to mosey on back to the group.
And I'm gonna go up to like the council room and just first sort of like give a quick little listen, to see if they're real busy. Just see if I can like hear through the door.
Listen through the door. You do hear some quiet discussion in behind the door.
Hey.
Okay, can't quite make anything out, or
You're not making anything specific. No, not through the door.
Before we go in,
Yeah.
hey, I can go invisible, and I could sneak in there and listen. If you want.
Well, we don't know the layout of the room. They might just notice the door being opened.
Yeah, I know, but they'll see it, but they won't see anybody enter. And I have special enchantment to protect me from them detecting me.
I suppose.
Is there a crack underneath the door?
Yes,
For me to go through.
there's a crack.
Oh yeah, we
I
got a
will-
druid. He can like turn into
I
like
will
a tiny snake or something like that.
into
Yeah.
a
Or
spider.
a fly.
Oh, there we go.
A fly on the wall. That's even
No,
better.
can't transform into a flying creature till later.
Oh,
So I'll transform into a spider and
yeah, that's good.
head in to the crack.
Okay. You
And I'll listen
transform
in.
into a spider, and you make your way into into the room. And what you see is what appears to be kind of like a unassuming, modest-looking room. Nothing really embellished in any way. And you see five people talking at a table, and a small, I would say, and they're all human. There's 5 people talking at the table, all human. And then you see another person who's a halfling that's kind of sitting up on a large, sturdy chair that's bigger than, way larger than would be for someone his stature. And he's just kind of listening in the corner.
Can I make out what they're talking about?
They are discussing who to suspend from the organization. And they're listing off names. No one that you've ever heard of.
Okay.
But one thing that you're able to discern is that roll a perception check or insight.
Perception. That was a 14 plus or -5 for the spider.
Okay. 14 minus 5,
Sorry, that's a
11.
wisdom check, right? So that's 0, plus or minus 0. So 14.
14. All right. So what you're able to get the gist of is that they're the things that the people there suspending, what they're guilty of is relatively minor infractions, and they're being basically expelled for life for these minor infractions. And they're making point to discuss how they have each had some sort of personal rivalry with all of them.
Okay.
They have a list. They're expelling people, all of which they have had a personal rivalry with in the past.
Has the halfling said anything? Or is it just the humans?
The halfling is sitting there very quietly, just kind of like nodding as they continue talking.
Okay. I will head back out and
Okay.
untransform, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and relay the fact that how many people there are, so the 5 humans and the halfling, and that they are discussing about expelling people for minor infractions, and they seem to be rivals of those 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, I suppose we found a motive then.
Can you transform whenever you feel like?
I believe it's twice per short rest.
No, I mean, I'm asking
Yes.
him in character because I don't know. I mean, like, Haylock, is that something you can assume all the time?
I've only managed 2 times a day.
So, but is Bob and Chris right there?
No, I sort of motioned them off. Just
okay. So
they've wandered off. They're not into politics.
Two things that you should know I can do in case I don't want to do it without you guys saying yes, this is a good idea. Okay. I can disguise myself, and I have non-detection, so I could appear as, let's say, Gumballs, and I could mosey into the chamber as long as he doesn't also do so. And I can turn invisible, and I can detect thoughts. So I could go in there disguised as Bob and then listen in and read their thoughts. And I can go in to probe their memories, but there's a chance that they could detect me. So it's dangerous. And I can charm too. All of which are risky behaviors, which I don't want to do and jeopardize us as a group. But I'm letting you know, so you know I can do these things if you would like. And you saw me do minor illusions. So
I don't know if it would be necessary to take that sort of risk. I feel like we could just sort of.
So you want to just go in there cold turkey and
well, I mean, not like burst in, you know.
Yeah.
But just be like, excuse me, you know, that sort of.
Okay.
Just act like you don't know what you're doing, you know.
Okay. Okay. Then,
Yeah. So actually, well, I was gonna say before I go in, my plan, since we don't really.
oh, well, wait. What if I am disguise myself as Bob or Chris? So if we go in there, because they'll say, "Are you with a member of the guild?" I could be Bob or Chris,
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
escorting us in there. And again, I'm non-detection, so I'm protected from
All
them
right.
seeing through it. I
Okay.
hope.
Is that your plan?
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to open the
All
door?
right. So I'm just basically gonna go to the door.
All right.
Just knock, on the door, open it. Hi. Excuse me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything too much. I'm looking for an Andreas.
And when you say the word Andreas, the halfling looks up. I'm Andreas.
Hi. Yeah, I have a quick need to talk with you. If I'm not interrupting anything too important.
Well, we're
You know.
in the middle of a session right now. Can it wait until after the session is over? He says.
Sure.
And this isn't an.
You can wait a moment. How
This isn't
how
a
long will
closed
this take?
session?
I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Are you a member by chance?
No, I'm with a
I
member.
want to walk through the door as Bob, and with my disguised self cantrip going.
Oh,
and
you're
sounding like him.
Are you looking for a tour or to sign up as a member or what?
Oh,
what's your...
we've just done a tour, and I actually wanted to speak with you for two things, actually.
Oh, okay.
And can
Well, if it's important, we can do it now. He says.
yeah,
Sure. Why not?
So he hops out of his chair and he walks over to you and closes the door behind him. He's outside of the council chambers. What can I help you with?
And I'm just like, right. So, for one thing, I heard from reliable sources that you were the best tinkerer toy maker in the area.
Wait,
Oh,
can I detect? I want to cast detect thoughts again.
you want to text? You want to detect thoughts?
I was gonna
okay.
say, wouldn't that be a second concentration spell?
Oh, okay. I won't do it. I'm still learning 5e. So
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say if you see a spell that says concentration, that means it requires your full attention.
No. Okay, no. Disguise is 1 hour. It's not concentration. Non-detection is also not concentration.
Oh, really? For
Yeah.
some reason, I thought. Okay.
So it's just an 8-hour duration.
I didn't realize that.
Okay. Then detect thoughts is, and also I read in here, you initially learn the surface thoughts. That means I can know what he's thinking on his surface, but it's the wisdom save comes from the delving more, probing deeper into the mind. Also, if they love or hate something or worry over something in the deeper emotional states, that also is what I would gain from a failed, and it is wisdom 13. So I'm casting it on Andreas.
Yeah. And so as I'm talking to him, I'm just like, yeah, I heard you were the best toy maker around. Actually, just wondering. My dad from like a little while back, what, like 8-9 years ago, he used to live around here. There was another toy maker here, right? Trying to remember his name.
Andy,
What's he thinking?
Andy, roll DC 18.
Okay, DC 18. No, I have the dice to click on things. How do I roll dice without? Oh yeah, that's right. I have the little tiny dice.
Mm-hmm.
Now DC 18.
This
there is
straight.
No DC.
It's a straight save. It's a spell save. DC 18.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you meant like D18. Sorry.
You're going to be rolling a 20-sided die.
Yeah.
And trying to beat 18.
That's the number.
I'm sorry, trying to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I did not make it.
Okay. You were confused.
Okay, I'm confused. When I tried to read his mind, you mean?
You are confused right now when you try to do anything.
Okay.
You are experiencing a state of confusion.
Okay.
So, which means you're not really processing the ability to detect thoughts right now. You're too confused. All right. So, he continues. What can I do for you? He said.
Yeah, I'll just say what I was saying earlier. I heard that you were the best toy maker. I know there was another one here before. My dad used to live here, like, what, 8-9 years ago, around the founding of this place. I remember there was another guy. I'm trying to remember his name, but obviously, if you're the best around, I'd like to talk to you.
We had a number of people that were active, a decade ago, but they're no longer active now. And,
switching places. I get that.
They're
Gotta move
just
around.
yeah, they're minor players. And we had a lot of members come and go, and some of them sure, some of them were tinkerers.
Malleus. That's what his name was.
Malleus. What about Malleus?
I'm remembering one.
Can I speak even though I'm confused about reading thoughts? Can I speak up?
You can speak as a confused person would.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will muddle. I heard Malleus was one of the best toy makers ever in the history.
Really? I just heard he was here a while ago.
No, you all are mistaken. Malleus is a fraud, and he's well known as a charlatan.
Really?
Yes, he's a very well established as a charlatan. I'm surprised he hasn't landed himself in jail for all of his shenanigans.
How'd that come to be?
I imagine it had something to do with mental illness. I believe he's mentally ill.
Really?
Yes.
Mr. GM, I have the dispel magic, and it says choose one creature, object, or magical effect. Okay, so I experience some kind of confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I can dispel that specific effect? And it's got instantaneous duration.
I don't have confusion up. Let me take a look. For now, the ruling is. Say again. Does somebody know it?
Here. Oh, I was just saying I could look it up real quick.
Okay.
Anyways, it says DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, and then if so, then I could dispel this confusion. And if I did this, I would move to the back of the group so that where I'm
as a confused person, I like my ruling right now, unless somebody wants to correct me with the actual reading.
You're the GM.
Okay, no, I've got it up now.
Whatever you say, I'll buy it. I'm just telling you what I want.
Somebody's looking it up right now. So
okay, the affected target cannot take reactions and rolls a D10 at the start of each turns, if we were going by turns, to determine its behavior. So yeah, for the next minute, you are just completely mud-brained.
So therefore, I cannot cast a dispel magic spell.
No, you can't really do much of anything. Okay. In a little while, you'll be back to normal.
Yeah. No, I will. Then there you go. I'm not questioning that at all. And plus, if you would have said Mark, the GM, I would have said okay.
All right. So that's sort of where I was going with the story. Anyway, you were going to you were expressing a desire to interfere, and you are now confused. You don't know why. Nor does the party know why.
And
okay, or are they aware that you're confused right now?
Wait, I have one follow-up question. And again, I'm not an expert on confusion. Perhaps next round or the next time, would I get another save?
You'll get another save if you are being targeted with confusion again.
Yeah, no, you failed the save, so for the next minute.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just like still pushing him a little on this, not too hard, but he's just like, yeah, no,
okay.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just remembering wrong, but if I am, would you?
It was a long time ago. I'm sure a lot of people are really confused, and chances are, he was there. I remember him being there, but he said. He spouted off so many lies and was always very deliberate with his misinformation. So it's possible that you are remembering the lies.
I was hoping you could show me some of your stuff. See what's up.
I haven't really made anything in a while. I've been mostly
No.
engaged in the managerial aspects of the guild.
You know what? That happens. You put on your fancy robes, and then it's all about
it takes up a
being
lot of my time. So I'm here.
right.
I'm here, sort of like kind of advising the new council and making sure that they focus on the things that are important to us moving forward in this
Of course, yeah.
organization.
What is, if you don't mind me asking, what is going on? I
What
heard
do
that
you
there was
mean?
a decent amount of like ins and outs happening. Very, very touch and go in terms of membership.
Oh, we've had a number of troublemakers that are causing a lot of problems for the guild, and we're just making sure that they don't cause problems in the future.
Yeah, you know what? Public image is important.
Exactly. So.
All right. Well, if I can catch you later, then maybe we'll talk a bit more.
Sure. Any time. If you guys are looking to be members, hunt down Gong Balls. He can sign you up and take your membership dues. And welcome to Dailés Makerśbase. I'm sorry, Dailés Makerśbase. If in fact you are, interested in joining.
All right. Will do. Thank you very much. And I suppose I'll see you later.
All
And
right,
I
you
just
guys
sort
have a
of
good
like
day.
motion for the others to like follow me. It's like, all right, so this guy's totally a fraud.
Hey, but one point, Mr. DM, if I was under that such a magical effect as confusion, I probably never would have opened my mouth about the whole hearing about. Bob would not have uttered that. Is there any way to track that?
It doesn't seem like it had any effect, so
Okay.
you're fine.
Yeah.
I just meant, and I look like I have an extreme case of ADD right now. I'm just lost in my thoughts.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's how you came across to Andreas, so. And everybody else. And it wears off. Now you're back to normal.
Yeah, so I'm basically just like, all right, so I'm guessing you all sort of thought the same after that little conversation. But yeah, this guy seems to be really running things around here.
I don't remember much of anything. And by the way, Andreas has now stepped away, correct?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this is
he's-
after we've walked away,
I'm-
and the
he's
guy's
gone
probably
back
gone
into
back
the-
to the council room.
I'm expressing, I tried to read his thoughts, and when I did, I fell under some kind of confused state, an enchantment of sorts.
You're aware of that?
Now,
Roll
I can make an
your Arcana.
I can do it. I know. I was
Now
just saying,
you're
make-
making an announcement that you're aware. Make an Arcana check first.
Okay. And I won't say that if you say it, I don't know it, but I'll do it.
I mean, that's how
I mean,
this
it's
game
like
works.
still, I think he'd understand. Oh, okay. Well, if you got a big one, then
Hey,
What'd you get?
17.
17. You are aware that somehow you were under the effect of a confusion spell.
Okay. So then, okay, sorry. Then next time I'll know that I clarify with you and then make that say I would like to know this and then make the Arcana check and then.
I mean, I would prefer that that kind of those kinds of metagaming types of aspects be go through me. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that next time.
And otherwise, you're metagaming.
Okay, I get it.
out of game, in game knowledge separate.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Is but I'll know to ask you. Say, hey, I'd like to do this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I want to express to them that I think I was under the under some kind of confusion effect
Really?
when I tried to read his thoughts.
Isn't that like high? Well, not like high level magic, but
I just know that it's some type of magic. I don't know. Since I am a bard and since I do have charm person and I know a little bit about magic like this, can I do an Arcana check to know what kind of magic that is?
I mean, you can, and it would be. I mean, if it.
well, yeah. If you know
matters,
what
I'd
the
have to
spell
look it
is, I
up.
don't think it would take much to know.
Well, I
what
don't have the
it
spell
is.
for me. I don't have actual,
Hmm.
and I'm assuming it's higher level than I cast. Like, I don't know. Is it a 3rd level spell or a 4th?
Out
level
of game, it's a.
That's
fourth
again.
level spell.
That's metagaming, and it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what
really
I'm saying. I
matter.
don't know. That's why.
Yeah, no.
Can I do an Arcana
clarifying
check?
out of character.
Okay.
I
that's
want to do
fine.
an Arcana check to see what my character would know about that magic. That's what I'm asking.
All right, roll Arcana check, and I'll give you all the basic details.
But
What's your
that's what I'm
class?
trying to say is I was role
Bard.
playing
As a bard, you'd know, you know, general details about a lot of this standard magic stuff.
Well, I
if
got
you
a
want to know
17.
more detail with a 17, you know, you know of the spell.
Okay. Well, that's what I was telling him is I don't know enough about that spell. I just know that
You
it's
know of the spell. If you knew more about the spell, you'd be casting it, but you don't.
okay.
All right. Well, so clearly it's not just the one large crazy magic memory effect or whatever's happening. There's also that, which is concerning. So I believe at this point we have a couple options. We can either further investigate. We can try to go back and talk to Malleus, see if we can question him a bit, figure out more on that end. Or we can just wait until night and see if we can nab this guy.
I have an idea. So, because I know that he has some type of triggered confusion effect, I want to know, can I go to a library and research what kind of higher level magic spell would allow for that kind of protection?
Perhaps like a mage's guild?
Yeah, and I do have dispel magic. I can then know what that effect is, and I could target it and dispel it. And I can approach him invisible if I have to. But I need to know what it is to even attempt it.
I'm assuming we're still by the chamber room, right? The council room.
I'm assuming we've walked away a bit, but I don't think we've left the building or anything.
No, we did say that we were moving away from that general air shot. We're not. I wouldn't be saying any of this if we were near anybody.
Are we 30 feet away?
Yeah.
Right, can I assume that?
Yeah, we can assume that.
I will grab a little berry from my staff that instantly goes back and eat it, and cast detect magic using Firbolg magic.
All right.
Do I detect any?
You detect magic coming from the chamber, from the council chamber room.
Can I tell what kind?
Detect magic does let you know the.
You can tell that it's a broad spectrum of magic.
Wow, a lot of different types of magic.
Mm-hmm. I would say mostly though, you're getting a sense that it's what do you call it? An enchantment.
Okay.
All right. Well,
so let's find a mage's guild.
Yeah, I was gonna say for Eleni, for him is as soon as, I don't know if you're gonna relay that, but
the magic, yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
All right. So yeah, as soon as Eleni hears that, I'm just all right, that's that's the nail in the coffin. It's pretty clear what's going on. We need to figure out the last 1-2 details, but I think we have a very clear picture of what's going on here.
And I think if we confront him, we need to, if I can target his magic protection, I think before we actually confront him, we need to know that.
Well, it seems, even though I was confronting him about Malleus, it didn't go off. It seems it's specifically anti-magic sort of stuff. Or maybe it's even just anti-mental magic.
But I like this idea of going to the Mages Guild.
Yeah, seeing if something's up. Actually, we could split up for the moment, meet back up later at night.
Roll a perception check.
All right.
All
of
us?
us? Or
Whoever wants to, yeah.
sure.
I'll roll. Uh-oh. I got a modified 20.
I got a
Okay.
natural 20 on mine.
Well, look at that. You got a natural 20. You
I
spot
was gonna
right
say
away.
I got a 5. So
All right, so the natural 20 spots immediately. There is a trail of slime leading from the council room to somewhere else down the hall.
How big is the slime?
Very, very small. Very almost unnoticeable.
well, I mean,
And it's
regardless,
translucent.
that's
You guys noticed the slime, right? I'm saying
the
this.
what?
You guys noticed the slime?
What slime?
Yeah. I was assuming if I have a 20 modified that I could notice. And once you pointed
Yeah,
out,
you notice. You notice
I
too.
would notice it.
Oh,
Can I
And
take a
litter.
sample of the slime?
I'm sorry,
I want to put a sample inside a little
Nick?
vial.
your sound is really bad. I can't quite make you out.
Better now, or
There you go. Yeah, we can hear you now.
I lean over to the to our druid and say,
Mhm.
"You know anything about that? Is it like slug slime or what?"
I mean, you
I'll
can
kneel
barely
down
see.
and
Yeah, you can barely see.
investigate it.
Yeah, you look at it, and there is a long, very thin trail of slime leading from under the door. You can barely see it because it's, like I said, it's like clear. It's kind of a clear slime. Clear trail of slime. Very, very thin trail of slime that leads down the hallway.
Can I make a? I want to take a little sample of it with the little stick. I don't want to touch it, and put it in a vial. Take a sample.
Okay? You go and collect a small sample of slime.
Okay.
Well, personally, I'm a bit curious to see where this goes.
Hmm.
I agree.
I feel like we needed that one last lead, and this may take us there, because I doubt someone was just carrying a bucket of slime with a tiny hole in it.
We should follow it.
Yeah. Where, if I try to remember the big old map mural, do I
Okay.
know where it's leading?
You track it down. Roll your intelligence to recall where it's leading.
Sure thing. That, all right, and plus 2 is a 12.
Okay, so you walk down a bit, trying to follow the trail of slime, but you're not quite sure which room. Being unfamiliar with the map and the makeup, not quite sure what room it's going into because there's no sign. But it apparently does end outside the door of one of the rooms, and it goes under the doorway.
There's no sign on the. Are there signs on the other?
No, none of
Rooms?
none of the rooms have signs.
Okay.
Which is kind of odd, but such as it is.
I suppose they just expect you to know.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a really good orientation.
They do have a map.
Yeah, I suppose we could, just sort of like, okay, there. Yeah, we can go back and look at the map for a moment.
Okay, you go back and you look at the map, and you correlate that the room that you were outside of just now was an alchemy room.
Oh, well, that makes a bit more sense now.
Hmm.
Shall we still look anyway?
Okay.
Sure.
All right. In we go.
You walk into. Do you walk into the alchemy room, or what do you do? All right, you walk into the alchemy room, and you see beakers and all sorts of chemical substances and natural herbs and other things all scattered throughout. And you see ways of making different kinds of fire and so on and so forth. And there's a number of shelves with books in them, and the room is quite large. It would say it's probably maybe 2,000 square feet.
Oh wow, that is real big. Okay.
Mhm. So it's-
Is there anybody in here?
you look around, and it is quite cluttered, and you can't really tell if anybody is inside because of all of the clutter and the high what do you call it, the bookshelves and the equipment, and it looks like a giant science laboratory, really.
Would 10 minutes have passed by now? I know we've been moving around a bit.
10 minutes has passed, yes.
Okay.
What do? You see the slime on the floor. It seems to
I suppose now
trail
a
off
bit
and-
more carefully.
Mhm.
I'll continue to follow it.
Okay, you continue to follow it, and as you follow it, you see a large vat that the slime leads to, and it goes up the vat and over the vat, and inside the vat you see like this red liquid. It sort of emanates kind of a glow.
Does anybody know anything about alchemy?
No.
Draw straws to see who puts their finger in it?
And the vat's quite big. It's probably the size of a hot tub. It's at least several hundred gallons.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Mhm.
I don't know. I could try an Arcana check just to see if I have some clue. Can I try
Okay,
to
roll
investigate?
your Arcana.
Ooh, I got 17 total.
It seems to be some kind of ooze.
I will indicate that it's some type of alcohol.
Ooze.
That's a
ooze?
type of
Ooze.
It's
like
a type
an
of
ooze monster.
an ooze monster. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. I indicated.
I don't think this should be here.
But it doesn't seem to react to you, and it's very like it's not moving. It's just kind of glows.
I'm gonna just go
this
over.
red.
Are there like little test tubes or stuff like that?
Oh yeah, there's everywhere.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
grab like an empty test tube and just sort of drop it in the ooze, see what happens.
Okay, you drop it into the ooze, and nothing happens.
No, it does it just like sink in? It doesn't like descend?
Oh yeah, no, it sinks into it
Okay.
drops to the bottom. Hmm.
Well, doesn't seem extremely dangerous.
Just merely dangerous. Hey,
Here's my question: why was this dragging from here to the council room, or vice versa?
I don't. Okay, I want to look at the vial and the slime. Is it look like the ooze, or do they look similar?
It seems to have a very faint hue of the color red.
Mhm.
I mean, you didn't really notice it until you saw the big vat of ooze, but it's still very clear and very thin.
Maybe that's just like residue.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily connected. Can I make a perception check to see if I think I can make a real, or maybe investigation check?
Just then, you hear the door shut closed.
Whoa.
Okay, I want to look around.
Wait, are you still transformed like as Bob?
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a little bit of room.
And
yeah,
within a few moments, Gong Balls appears. What are you doing in here? He says.
Oh, and I speak up. I was just showing them the great work that the guild allows anybody who would like to to become a, you know, an alchemist or somebody that loves to partake in that kind of art.
Why
Yes,
are
I
you
hardly knew
lingering
that you-
around? Aren't you a woodworker?
Well, I wanted to see.
Are you an
I was going to be
alchemist by
taking a test.
chance? He says.
No, but I do have a friend who is, and I'd heard that the space was quite nice. And boy, wow, it's bigger than I thought. You know, a whole lot of
Yes,
stuff
it's-
going on here, especially that. And I point at the views. I'm like, I know it's something, but do you have any idea what the something is?
It's a project of one of the guild members.
You know who?
I believe that information is privileged right now. It's supposed to be a secret.
Ah, well then.
Okay.
And he kind of looks at you up and down. And he just kind of stands there awkwardly. Kind of eyeballing you up and down without saying anything. Are you planning on showing them the rest of the guild?
Oh, of course. We're about to head out right now.
Then maybe you should move along.
Oh, yes.
Will do, yeah. Gotta see the rest, you know.
Mhm.
After all, each of these rooms is, you know, there's so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
All of us or
Everybody.
everybody?
All right. Let's see.
Uh-oh. Now, when we say wisdom save, that's like a mental save, right?
Just roll, try to get DC 15.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, I just missed it.
Okay.
That is a 3. Come on. All right.
I got a 16, by the way.
All right, so anybody that had a DC 18 or lower,
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
take 44 points of psychic damage.
44 points of what?
Psychic damage.
Psychic damage. All right. Well, I'm out and gone. I'm not dead, but
What if he got higher than an 18? No damage? Or half damage?
Let's see, psychic damage and becomes memory drained. Oh wait, so it's the target must succeed on DC 18 Wisdom saving throw or take 44 points of psychic damage and become memory drained until it finishes a short or long rest or until it becomes benefits from a greater restoration or heal spell.
okay.
Wow.
If you're a construct, ooze, plant, or undead, you succeed on the save automatically.
There
Am
you
I
go.
the only one standing right now? Everyone else is.
No, I'm alive.
You guys are
Well,
level 5.
I got a 16, so that's a fail though still, right?
So you
Yeah.
took 44
Yeah.
points of damage, of psychic damage.
44.
Everybody
What happens-
dropped?
What if we're at 0?
If
Or
you're at
unconscious.
0, you're unconscious.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
unconscious.
no, I'm definitely below 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
below 0.
So you are left alone, Nick. All of your companions seem to.
I'm still.
Or I thought, yeah, I was gonna say I thought one person still.
Oh,
was
okay.
up.
Miguel
Yep, I got a
and
20.
Nick. Okay. So 2 of your companions
Yep.
just dropped. You notice that Gong Balls is still standing.
This
they
isn't
kinda-
your work, is it?
Apparently,
someone
you
else
guys aren't really here for a tour. He says.
I'm gonna use detect magic. Just slam my staff down.
To do what?
Detect magic.
Detect magic? Okay.
Do I see anything coming off of him?
Detect magic, yes. You do sense, what would this be? This would be necromancy?
Oh boy. Okay. Ooh. Um,
And roll a perception check too.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us or just him?
Both of us, both of you.
Dirty 20 again.
Dirty 20. You notice a small trail of ooze, right, coming right off of Gong Ball's foot. That leads into the vet.
Oh, great. Well, Gung Balls, you done messed up.
Is that so? And who are you?
I am a Marigold, and I charge his ass, and I want to attack him.
All right. Roll initiative.
Alrighty.
That includes me.
Yep.
Of course.
Everybody that's awake right now.
That's
I got
okay.
a 21.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, should I be like rolling death saving throws?
Yes, you should be rolling death saving throws. See
Okay.
if you can at least save or
Yeah, and
have-
I always forget. Do you add your Constitution bonus to that?
I mean, I'll
Oh
let you.
well, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't have a Constitution bonus.
No, there you go.
When do we make our first
I
roll?
don't do it enough to
well,
remember.
you have to do it every round, so we would be doing it right now
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
since a few seconds had passed. All right. Well, that's a 19.
Okay.
And I got a 21.
How do you make a death save? Did you make a con check?
Yeah, like I said, I don't remember if you add your Constitution to it or not.
What's the DC? Is it like 10?
It should be 10.
Yeah.
Okay. I failed.
All right.
All
So
right.
that's
1 out of 3 strikes.
Yep.
Yep.
And then your soul ascends, and then you can log out. All right. The rest of you, you rolled. Let me go ahead and get. Let's see, Miguel. What did you make?
Nice and big 2.
A 2. Okay. And Nick, what did you get?
For initiative, you said?
Yeah.
21.
Okay. And Gong Balls looks like he's got a 16.
That was gonna be fun.
All right. So you guys, Nick, you're first.
All right, how far away am I from Gong Balls?
You're like 10 feet.
All right, I'm going to come right up to him, and I'm going to take a talon attack.
All right, go for it. Roll the hit. AC 16.
I just got it, 16.
Good. All right, so you attack and do your damage.
I do 9 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to use my second attack. I have extra attack.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try again.
Mm-hmm.
25 should definitely hit.
Okay. 25 hits.
It's going to do 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And then I am going to... where are you? Where did it go? Oh, never mind. I figured out where it went. Okay. I'm going to, as a bonus action, do Flurry of Blows, which allows me to attack twice.
Okay. Go for it.
So Flurry of Blows does not hit.
Flurry of Blows does not hit. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. Gong Balls gets to attack, and let's see. It's going to make a Make a wisdom save. Nick? Again?
6.
6. You are now
Great.
charmed. And Gong Balls is your best friend.
Hey, Gong Ball!
Yeah.
My buddy
What's up,
Gong
my
Balls.
man?
Mm-hmm. And he looks over at Miguel's character, and he's like, your friend doesn't seem to be all of that interested in becoming a member.
Clearly not.
Okay. And he, all of a sudden, the vat of ooze, okay, you start to see this big pseudopod come out and try to whack at Miguel's character and misses. And, oh, I forgot to add the bonus.
Oh no.
15, you're a 13, he hits. And he does 17 points of damage. And plus 7 points of psychic damage. So 17 points of bludgeoning damage plus 7 points of psychic damage is 24 points of damage total. Unless you're resistant
Sounds
to
good.
one of them.
No.
All right. And let's see, how many attacks does he get?
A lot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, we're good. Oh, there it is. He gets 2. 2. And he misses the second one.
Thank you.
Okay. And now it is Nick's turn. And of course Nick is charmed, so he needs to protect Gong Balls from his former friend, Miguel, who apparently is, not interested in becoming a member after all.
Yeah, dude, what the hell? Why don't you want to be a member?
Just gonna like shove him a little bit. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, remember.
Doesn't really suit my style, man. I'm sorry.
All right.
Get out of here, you troglodyte.
Perhaps he needs, and of course Gong Balls is like, perhaps he needs some very strict discipline when it comes to, trespassing.
I agree. I'm gonna go for an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Oh no!
Does the 25 hit?
25 hits, rolling the
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, it does.
Meanwhile, I'm just thinking, it's like, oh, I have the lucky feat. Why didn't I use it? I was thinking, I'll just be confused for a minute, right?
Okay, 6 damage.
6 damage.
All right. I'm still good.
I'm gonna end my turn here.
Oh, and by the way, some of your memories have been eaten, Miguel.
Oh,
And well, I should say that was actually, yeah, Miguel. Miguel, wait, did you get damage from
from the
that?
initial?
From the initial? You didn't get damage from the initial hit, right?
No.
From the 44 points? Okay.
No, I would have been on the ground too.
All right. So go ahead. That would be your. So whose turn is it now? That is Nick's turn. Gong Balls. Gong Balls is now ready. He kind of like looks at you with impatience, and 2 pseudopods attack.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be done.
All right. It's a 22.
Yeah.
With the first attack and 17 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
You're down? Okay. You're down, and now all of a sudden, Nick, he kind of looks at you and says, so why were you here to begin with? What was your quest?
Well, I heard we were coming to investigate why Malleus was disgraced, and once we got here, I apparently was led to believe that he was actually not disgraced, but I kind of agree with. Am I still charmed?
Yes.
Okay. But I agree. He's absolutely disgraceful, and I'm glad that we stopped the others.
Thank you very much for that information, and you are now being attacked by pseudopods. And one attacks, one hits, and does 17 points of damage.
What do these pseudopods look like?
They're big old ooze pseudopods coming out of the back.
like little tentacly sort of things.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it is
down.
now your turn. You're down. Okay, so all of you have died. And that is the adventure. I appreciate your participation. Unless somebody can make their saves.
Well, you know what I was gonna say.
I
Well,
still got,
let us make our saves.
Andy and I are up next, so who knows?
Uh-huh.
I still
You
got
need a natural 20 to get up.
So at that point, I guess all of you are incinerated by fire somehow. I guess
Oh.
it must have been
yeah,
must have
I
been
was
the
gonna
kiln.
Here, you know
Must-
what? Let's just see.
I can make saves.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say
Or you're absorbed by the
Honestly,
ooze or
at
something.
this point, I think I'm gonna be dead regardless. But I did actually get a 20.
Oh, you did? Okay, wonderful. All right, so you're at 1 hit point now, or
Yeah, so I'm just like, what's going on?
If I
all right.
made,
So
I made
as
it
soon as
18
as soon
on
as you start moving and going, what's
Hey,
going on?
oh,
A pseudopod hits you,
yeah, I was gonna say just immediately slap, you know.
and that's 18, and you get
Yeah, no, I back down.
you're back down to 7 points of damage, or I'm sorry, 17 points of damage. All right, and that's the
I'll
game.
back up.
Oh, you back up? You're back up?
I have a question.
My
What-
successes.
What's
You back up
what's the success
again?
on it?
17, and you take.
If you
You
get
take
3
17 points of
rolls
damage.
that are above 10,
Or
then
natural
you're
20.
back up before you get 3 rolls that are 10 or below.
You got.
Oh,
You guys died right next to the big vat of innocuous-looking slime that had pseudopods.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna become nice little bits of nosh.
Yep. So that's the game. It's been fun. I think we did it in under 2 hours, but you guys lost.
Yeah,
By
well, it
dying.
happens, you
Full
know.
party,
That's fine.
full party wipe. Of course, it full party wipes don't happen very often in
In
campaigns,
5th edition, yeah, it's
Yeah.
right?
It's rare.
It's
For
rare,
the
but
record, I had 33 hit points. So yeah, that first thing just like that was
it
it.
wiped you out, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. When you get to 0 hit points, that's when you go into the death saves.
Hmm.
Yeah. No. By the way, I just did all my things. I did end up making 3 successes. So I guess I would have become conscious 1 hit point and then immediately killed again.
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
So
All right.
yeah,
well,
you go looking
I was
around
gonna
at
say,
the
I guess I'll
Artisans
see
Guild,
you on Wednesday.
right? Let's see if we can mind wipe by then.
Uh
Of course, I might make adjustments. And
By
things
the
like
way,
that,
I was
so.
thinking about trying to be gong ball. I was going to walk around as him and
Yeah.
enter the chamber.
Uh-huh.
I thought about it.
Okay. Well,
I mean, yeah. At this point, we're all dead, so it's a bit.
you're all
late.
dead.
But yeah, like I was saying, shoulda used my
Shoulda,
lucky.
shoulda, yeah.
That's fine.
And of course, there's going to be multiple iterations of this if you guys want to watch what other players do.
Well, I mean,
it will have similar.
If I'm going to be
ongoings.
here again, I want to stay, as blind as I can be.
You
Yeah.
want us to play again, or
Not this game. You're going to be playing another game if you're going to
Okay.
be. This is like I said. This is as blind of a playtest as we can.
okay? Yeah, I mean,
But
what
there'll
I
be
would-
another.
is-
There'll be another game. There'll be another game with this setting, but it'll be a different challenge.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
going to
all right,
All right,
transition
well,
back.
I mean, it's been fun.
It's been fun. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, later.
And Mark, I'm learning how your whole metagame thing works. Where if I want to know something in the game, I could, like, how the magic worked and the arcana.
Google metagame, and you'll find out everything you need to know.
Yeah.
So-
No, I'm saying I'm learning. Like I said, I'm making arcana check. Then I can
Yeah.
know like the spell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How it
I mean, I
I'm
might
getting
have you roll a wisdom check first to determine whether or not you should use an arcane type of knowledge.
Well, I'm trying to
You
go
know,
by the
so-
fact that I was a bard and I kind of was familiar with this charming and confusing, and
Mhm.
but I knew that it was a higher level spell than I could cast. I can't cast 4th level. So okay, but help
You
me
can
out
still
on that.
you can still know of it. You can still know of things,
Yeah.
even though you don't know the actual spell. All right,
Okay, see ya.
good game.
All right. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.